Hello and welcome to Shop Talk with Dan the Man. In today's video, we're going to talk shop. I got a special guest over here, so stay tuned to find out more. Hello, if you're new to this channel, my name is Dan Shannon. I enjoy woodworking as a hobby and being out in the shop. On this channel, dive deep into my shop as we explore tools and tool reviews, as well as chatting about everything related to woodworking. If this grabs you by the tool belt, please subscribe to my channel if you want more videos like this. Hello and welcome to Shop Talk. Today's episode, we're going to talk a little shop, and I'm going to introduce my guest here, Isaac Russell. So Isaac, what would you say, beginning with carpentry when you first started this whole thing? I mean, tools in general.
Yeah, it's probably back in high school where I just, took a few woodshop classes and just really enjoyed it, and just, fell in love with working with tools and wood, and from there, a few co-op classes, and then eventually started to work in a wood shop and just learned some good skills from there.
Yeah, perfect. And speaking of tools in general, what would you say is your brand of choice?
Well, I dabble with the Ridgid, I'm going to be honest.
Okay.
I like the Ridgid, yeah.
That's good. Not they're promoting Ridgid, but
you are, but
the warranty, eh?
All
Am I
about
wrong?
that warranty,
Am I wrong?
right? That's right.
Yeah, so what other brands would you say?
Ridgid's always number one. My number two, because of affordability and just kind of more of a backup tool, is Ryobi. I use a little Ryobi, all right?
They make good products.
They do.
And I always say on this channel every time, it's not about what you have for tools. It's getting out in the shop and just enjoying building stuff, taking something, a piece of wood, and turning it into a shelf. Just getting out in the shop, and that's really what I encourage.
Kind of something out of nothing, right?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah. So of all the projects you've done, which the list is probably endless. What would you say is your favorite job that you tackled, or a project that you either in the shop or demolition, or maybe both?
Okay. Yeah, I was actually going to say it's probably both. A creative one was I built a nice, beautiful king-size bed out of maple, so it's a nice hardwood. It had nice 3 moon-handled drawers on each side. Big bed, good-sized bed. Took a long time. Finished it, stained it. It was just a great bed, and it was for our customers. So still using it today. So there you go.
Nice.
Yep.
So have you ever produced more than just the one? Like, did you have the pattern written down and kind of like for future, so you could build another one at some point, or was just kind of as you wanted to build it, you just kind of decided, hey, I want a bed, let's build it?
The customer kind of told me dimensions, kind of what they were looking for, and I kind of came up with a few different designs for them, and from there he just gave me some freedom just to kind of make it my own, but exactly what they were hoping for, the space they had to work with. And It turned out quite well. So yeah, good that way.
And you mentioned about a shop. You can see that we're in mine right now. Over the last few years, I know in your current setup now, you don't really have a shop, but the one that you had at your last home, that was really nice. You had it all figured out, and had your tools. And once again, in your future place, you'll have that set up as well.
That'd be good, yeah.
Nothing like a man's shop, right? Am I right? Just come out and sip on coffee and just,
That's it.
Yeah, you don't really even have to do a whole lot. And I got another question for you. Has there ever been a time when you've been cutting or really doing anything, I guess, with tools, and you realized after the fact, oh man, that was really unsafe, that was a close call, with the tool you're using?
I think a lot of us have kind of found ourselves in that
Well,
situation
we're-
once in a while.
Hey, we're
But-
men. We're constantly doing stupid things,
Yeah,
right?
that's right.
Yep.
I think probably a table saw has always been, you know, you have a healthy fear for it, just
Yeah.
in like what it can do.
That's right.
But
That's right.
there's just been so many times where you're pushing instead of using the push stick, and just it just kicks back on you or turns, and you're like, that was really close. So
Yeah,
probably
you're
a table saw is just where I've made a lot of memories of. That was close, you know, those
Yeah.
types of moments.
Yeah, actually, my dad, he was cutting a piece, and I think it was a piece of pine, and he was going, and then the knot popped out, and of course, it advanced the wood super quick, and
wow.
he almost lost his finger. It was a bad situation.
Yeah.
So, like, you just never know. Like, you always have to be cautious and be aware of your tool. Like,
For
you
sure.
know, you might use it a million times and never have an issue, but then, you know, you might be tired or in a rush, and it just pays to take your time and to really pay attention to what
That's
you're
right.
doing.
Tools
So,
can be replaced, your digits can't, right? So
yeah. I'm a robot. You're not. You know, that's not.
play smart, right?
Remember that? Do you remember that
Remember that.
advertisement for
Great.
years
It was
ago?
a great commercial.
Yeah, it was really good. Yeah. Got the
Nice.
point across.
It was good
Yeah.
awareness, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah, it was. So, what would you say? A lot of people have like either a grandparent or a seasoned carpenter in their life. And what would you say for overall hands-on experience? Like something you learned that really you're like, man, that was awesome. Like what would you say is something that really took to heart and applied to your current carpentry trade now?
Yeah, I had a boss named Mike, and he was always like, he just was so like smart in the workplace, and he was always encouraging us just to be aware, like, you know, spotting, you know, spots that could be dangerous, you know, things that need moving, things that could create a hazard or down the road, right? It just kind of was a good life lesson, just be aware, you know. So if this cord's in a bad spot, if, you know, there's tripping hazards, you know, just clean up after you're done, right?
Yeah.
It's a lot of ones people don't do is they'll do the work, but they don't clean up, right?
You're right.
And just things need to run smoothly, so you gotta clean up your tools, right?
That's right. Yeah, my dad always said, you know, a clean shop's a happy shop. And,
That's right. Yeah.
And
a good
you know,
point.
you're right. At the end of the day, if you got, say, you're ripping a bunch of boards to the table saw, and there's a bunch of scraps lying all over the floor, I mean, that's a potential tripping hazard. So
Yeah.
just keeping up on that is sounds pretty basic, but in the long run, it could really save some issues that might creep up. So some of the people out there might want to leave some comments below. Maybe your first experience in a shop, or maybe an issue you had using a table saw. I mean, it seems to be the tool of injury, unfortunately. But with safe practice, it's a tool that you can use for many years without any issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's use the tool, don't let the tool use you, right?
Yeah, that's right. Thanks for watching today's video. Please like, subscribe, give me a thumbs up. If you have any comments on anything you heard today, or maybe anything you wanted to add as to maybe a tool you like, or maybe an experience you had in the shop where things got real unsafe, and yeah, you just want to share that to help other people out, that'd be great. And thanks for coming, Isaac. Appreciate having you on the show.
Thanks for having me, Dan.
And yeah, have a great day. Isaac, out to this. What are we doing here? We screwed up the ending again. Fail.
I want you to do that on purpose. So they're like,
Blooper section.
you gotta leave that in there. That's the best.
Apparently, we were doing this magical handshake. That yeah.